Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm guided to do a reading for twin flames today, and I've got a little bit of a different setup because I want to show you, you know, the way the cards can sometimes flip out as part of the journey. And I feel like some of you are a little bit upset or lonely or wondering what's going on with your twin flame journey. And so I want to do this different setup today because I'm just guided to change it up a little bit. I've got a candle in the background too. I feel like some of us need to bring more light to the journey because we can kind of get stuck in, this rut or this, I guess we could say it's like a mini dark night of the soul. The interesting thing is that the twin flames seem to have shifted somewhat, and the energies have been a little bit tough over the last few days. Many twin flames are remembering past loved ones at this time. We're coming into the Christmas period, not too far away. Many of us are thinking about things that have been and gone, trying to, work out how we're going to move forward in this sort of, I guess you could say it's struggling energy. Now, what I find really interesting here is that the divine feminine is coming up on the divine masculine side, and the divine masculine is coming up on the divine feminine side. So there's been a flip in the polarity here. Divine feminine, I'm going to talk about you first. Many of you have really been trying to stay in this nurturing energy. Hopefully the light's going to be okay here. That window is pretty bright. Okay, I'll put it there. I think that's the best place. But many of you have been in this nurturing energy, trying to say everything's okay, trying to, keep your eye on the prize, trying to say, oh, well, I'll just kind of, hobble along here. I'll just, it's like you're kind of pretending to be okay when you're really not. The Five of Pentacles here is really, really important because the Five is about change, but it's not only about change in the physical reality, it's also about the feeling of lack. There's only 5 pentacles here, and as we know in the traditional tarot, there are 10 pentacles. And in the recent past, divine feminine, I can see you trying to hold on to not only your pentacles or your money and resources, but also trying to figure out, what to do about divine masculine. Many of you even perhaps wondering if you should stay or go. Should I even stay on the twin flame journey or should I go? Let's see what else is coming up for divine feminine here. Really important card. This is denoting that your divine masculine has pretty much only given you something small in the past. Maybe just a quick text, maybe just a quick call, maybe for some of you it's nothing at all. And so you're really thinking, is this worth all of my effort? Because on your separation time or in your separation time, what's going on is the moon here. And this is, overthinking and trying to shed light on, well, is he maybe with someone else? Or if he is with someone else, is that ever going to break up? Or, perhaps he doesn't love me anymore. Perhaps he's not thinking of me. Maybe I'm just, going crazy here on my own. And for some twin flames, for some divine feminines, it really feels like they're kind of howling at the moon, pining and pining for their love. It's really interesting here that we also have the Tower in reverse. This is denoting this kind of crappy time that divine feminine has been going through. She's very, very non-apologetic about how she's gotten through these things, because many of the divine feminine have had to fend for themselves, have had to work really super hard to even get where they are now. And then they kind of feel better, and then there's this crashing down effect again. It feels like, for divine feminine, she kind of feels like she brings herself back up, brings herself to this beautiful place, and then she really starts to pine for the divine masculine again, and this brings her crashing down emotionally. And, this theme of him being at work, for many of them, they're constantly saying, I've been working, I'm working so hard, I'm, in the physical reality, and it's kind of getting old. Divine feminine's kind of like, well, I know you've got to work, and I understand that, we need money, but I just, freaking miss you. I need my swearing bell, but it's a little bit far away to reach right now. She's like, freaking hell, where is he? I don't care about the money. Many divine feminines kind of screaming about this, But the truth of the matter is that the divine masculine is going to need money when he comes into you. Many of them needing to travel a far distance, or perhaps even compensate other family members that they, owe money to, or, if he's going to buy you a house or buy you a place or move into somewhere, he's doing it all for divine feminine. This is really what it's boiling down to, that he just loves divine feminine. She is the way, the truth, and the light for him. A way shower, she's always there. She's always nurturing. Perhaps, yes, she may become a little bit, upset or down at times, but he really understands that she loves him, When divine feminine's stable and balanced, here she is, as the Queen of Cups. And this is what I love the most is, on the other deck here, I'm about to do divine masculine now. He's coming through as the King of Cups. So we literally have two counterparts here that are in love with one another. Now, she might not be expecting him to come in and to talk, but it looks like he's looking her way. So if you haven't heard from your divine masculine for a little while, he's possibly thinking about coming in and saying something to you. So let's have a look now at divine masculine. Divine feminine, I want to just say that I am sorry that you're going through a hard time, and I'm going to get some advice for you in a minute, but let's just see where divine masculine is, because divine masculine is kind of taking on this chasing or feminine energy right now. He was dealing with lots of different karmic situations, but it looks like he's gained his strength back, and it's a really beautiful energy actually, because we have the solar plexus coming through strong here, and also the throat chakra. In the separation from you, he's been studying, he's been getting some ideas about what to do, how to combat things in his life. You know, he's been reaching out probably to other people and to gain these resources and the strength he needs to come through. Many of the divine masculines have also shed their ego here, taming their ego, realizing that the most important thing is divine feminine. Some of them have even been meditating if they're spiritual, and if they're not spiritual, they've been really praying, really connecting into their own soul. But many of them, you know, here with the stained glass window, we can see many of them are actually religious. On their mind is this decision that they've made to come to you in the physical reality. You know, an end to arguing with others. You know, they may have won the argument or won the battle. I mean, no one really wins in an argument. But, you know, they may have had to shut a few things down. Ultimately, they know that divine feminine is the wish fulfillment here. And all these emotions here, you know, there's 10 or more things that divine masculine is thinking about divine feminine. Many of them, if they haven't come in, have been checking out your social media, or if you've shared text messages or photographs with one another, they're definitely looking at those, really feeling the need to connect with you. Let's see what else. Many of them are, you know, I'm trying to put this in nice words, but many of them are, let me think of what the best way to say this is, pleasuring themselves, spanking the monkey, whatever you want to say, over you, divine feminine. Take gender how it resonates, of course, but really super attracted to you, you know, really wanting to hold on to their, you know, manhood here, because you are the world. And this world card denotes travel. Many of them wanting to come to you, this beautiful energy here, a new lucky beginning, perhaps air travel or sea travel, but they see the divine feminine in all of her purity here. You know, divine feminine, even if you've been struggling and having a hard time, you've still held your head as high as you can despite your circumstances, and you've been trying. And as you've been connecting in with your own soul here, this is what's bringing your divine masculine to you. So I want to get some advice for divine feminine now, because I know that many of you have really been struggling, missing your divine feminine, divine masculine. Wow, look at this. You know, this is not being able to sleep at night. This is overthinking. This is really being in your headspace about the journey. You know, when's he going to message me? When's he going to text me? You know, will he ever leave his karmic? Will he, you know, there's like 10 or more questions coming up for divine feminine here. She knows she needs to stay grounded. This is the message from spirit. Stay grounded. You know, if you need to take a week off of work just to get your shit together, I need the swearing bell, it's not here. You know what I mean? But if you do, just do that. Take a couple of days for yourself to nurture yourself. Right? The money, you know, isn't as important as your health, divine feminine. You know, growing your resources is important, of course, because we all need money. But if you're feeling like that, you know, this is someone who's absolutely mentally and physically exhausted here. You know, these two cards together, you know, is sadness, is, you know, even the beginning of depression, or perhaps a dark night of the soul. So I want you to take, you know, I want you to take a leap of faith here and realize that, you know, we need to build up your strength again, divine feminine. Okay? There's this motherly energy too. If you are having issues with your mother or with any kind of feminine energy in your life, I want you to move through and forgive whoever it is that you're, I don't know, having a difficult time with, okay? So we need to kind of clear that energy. I mean, even if it's not your mum, it could be a boss or a co-worker, or there's some kind of feminine energy here. But just forgive whoever it is or whoever they are, and, you know, understand that maybe that relationship can't be worked on anymore. Maybe that relationship doesn't deserve another chance. Maybe you just need to move on from it. But don't do it in a deceptive way. Don't just ghost them, you know. Do it in a way where you can say, listen, you know, unfortunately, we're not getting along anymore. You know, I forgive you for what you've done, but I can no longer be a part of your life anymore, or something like that. You know, just forgive them and let them go. And here's the moving on card. Just move on from it, okay? Because the more you're in this kind of energy and this kind of energy, the more you will, you know, detract instead of attract. I don't know, what's the opposite word of attract? I'm going to say de-attract. Maybe I've just made up a new word for the day. But, you know, you're going to push your divine masculine away energetically if you're in an argument with anyone in your life. If you're having conflict with anyone in your life. Divine feminine, I want you to take time for you. I want you to take time to nurture you. And if no one told you today, you are loved and you are very beautiful. Alright? I want you to know that. Divine masculine is going pretty well at the moment. He seems to be connecting into his soul. I just want to see if Spirit have got a little message for him. He seems to be in this nurturing kind of feminine energy, and divine feminine's kind of a little bit too much in her masculine energy at the moment. She's kind of pissed off, and if she's not pissed off, she's just too sad to be anything. Wow. Okay, so divine masculine, you know, the Spirit's trying to say that if you, I don't know why I'm having a difficult time with words. I think he's had a difficult time with words because he's been so flat out busy with work and, you know, what's going on with his life. But he has already done the right thing here, okay? There were some people in his life that were kind of pissing him off, and he just had to say no, you know? So he's already done it. This is what should now be happening for divine feminine. Otherwise, the cycle will remain. The cycle of her feeling like crap, feeling, you know, exhausted, feeling physically unable to have enough strength to do her daily tasks is going to remain. So divine masculine has already led in this area. Divine masculine has let the people, places and situations go that were causing him to feel not very strong. And so now he's feeling better, and it should come through for divine feminine, because here we go, he's been trying to send this beautiful loving energy to you, as well as this sexual energy is coming through again. There's this sexual energy and this nurturing energy. Like if he's looking at your photographs or the messages you sent, he's trying to send you love. You know, divine masculine doesn't always know how to send love, but if he's devoted to your photographs or to your social media or some kind of way, this is going to cause divine feminine to feel a lot better within herself. We have the world coming up again. Beautiful energy, you know, we have strength here, we have wisdom here, we have, you know, the divine masculine here, and we also have this feeling of, you know, being able to push through, being able to accomplish more knowing that the divine masculine is right there. You know, as divine feminines, we quite often forget that the divine masculine is surrounding us all of the time. You know, his soul is there. He is, someone said this to me recently, but he's like the shadow, you know, even though he may not physically be there for you, divine feminine, he is like this beautiful shadow. He is the strength. He is the help to push forward. You know, he has the love and he has the wisdom, and it's all around you. Look how divine feminine is surrounded by all of this. So divine feminine, I want you to feel free today. You know, if you are in a warmer climate and you're home on your own, you know, take off all your clothes and walk around the house and feel free that you are such a beautiful divine feminine, you know. Feel free in the knowing that your divine masculine loves you more than anything. You know, quite often I forget to tell you that when I do readings, and I want to tell you that today because many of you feel like you're not loved. But look at you here in all of your glory. You have kept your spirituality or your religious practice going. You've tried your best. You know, this scarf here is denoting all of the effort that you've put into everything within your life, whether that be your family or your friends or your projects or your work. You've been putting the effort in. Even if you've been having a hard time, you still need to congratulate yourself for putting all that effort in. All right, so I'm going to say see you later, and I'm going to see if you like me doing the readings this way so that you can see me shuffle, because I think it's important that, you know, if a card flies out, you know, you can see that, and it's kind of beautiful. I'm going to get one. Wow, last message from Divine Masculine. Here he is. Okay, beautiful. You know, he's saying, don't worry if you haven't heard from me. Don't worry. There is no deception here. There is no deception here, Divine Feminine. We are meant to be. Look at this. Beautiful. We are meant to be. And you are the sunshine in my life. Okay. He loves you so much. You know, he doesn't just, you know, think of you as a 3D kind of girlfriend. You know, he wants to put you in a garden just like this. Not literally, but in his mind, it's like, you know, I want her to be safe. You know, I want her to feel nourished. I want her to feel grounded. I want her to feel free. I want her to feel warm. I want her to feel alive. That's what he wants you to know today. He really, really, really loves you. Okay? He sees the purity in you, and he doesn't want anybody else. This is the thing. He truly doesn't want anything else. And if he could describe to you in words how much he loves you, I don't know, it'd make you cry, because, you know, this picture here is kind of how you make him feel every time he thinks about you. It's very beautiful. Okay, so I hope you have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Light a candle, do a prayer, do some meditation, do some exercise, do some yoga, do whatever makes you feel joyful today, and connect into your soul, because that's where you'll find your divine masculine. Alrighty, mwah. I'm sending you loads of love, and the gang say hi. Harry, Charlotte, Donkey, and Cookie, they all say hi to you, and I'll see you real soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.